Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Emmerdale had barely caught its breath after the chilling aftermath of Celia's death when fate struck again, harder, darker, and closer to home than anyone could have imagined. The village awoke under a bruised gray sky, the kind that pressed down on the soul. Word spread quickly, carried in hushed whispers from the shop to the wool pack. There had been another death, another life stolen, and this time it felt personal. At first, no one wanted to believe it. Grief was already heavy in the air after Celia's shocking end, a death that had reopened old wounds and dragged buried secrets back into the light. The villagers told themselves this was just a cruel rumor, a misunderstanding. But as police cars rolled into the square and the pub doors stayed firmly shut, the truth became impossible to ignore. The body had been found near the old quarry, a place steeped in Emmerdale's dark history. It was someone everyone knew, someone who had stood in the shadows during Celia's final days, watching, listening, knowing more than they ever admitted. Shock quickly turned to fear. Was this an accident, a tragic coincidence, or was Celia's death only the beginning of something far more sinister? Cain Dingle stood at the edge of the police tape, jaw clenched, eyes burning with anger. He'd seen death before, too much of it, but this felt different. This felt planned. Nearby, Charity struggled to hold herself together, memories flooding back of past losses that had torn the village apart. "It never ends," she whispered, her voice cracking. "It never ends here." Inside the wool pack, once the heart of Emmerdale's warmth and laughter, silence reigned. Empty glasses sat untouched on the bar as Chas stared into space, replaying every conversation she'd had with the victim, every argument, every warning ignored. Guilt wrapped around her chest like a vice. As the hours passed, chilling details emerged. The death wasn't peaceful. There were signs of a struggle, and worse, evidence suggested the victim had been trying to leave something behind. A message, a confession, a final truth linked directly to Celia. Suddenly, Celia's past didn't seem so buried after all. Old rivalries resurfaced, long-standing grudges dragged into the open. Neighbors looked at one another differently now, wondering who might be next and who might be capable of murder. The sense of safety Emmerdale once clung to shattered completely. DCI Malone's replacement addressed the village with grim determination. "This death is being treated as suspicious," he confirmed, "and we are actively investigating possible connections to Celia's case." His words sent a ripple of terror through the crowd. This wasn't over, not by a long shot. As night fell, lights burned late across the village, curtains twitched, phones buzzed with frantic messages. Somewhere, someone knew the truth and was running out of time. By morning, Emmerdale would never be the same again. 2 deaths, one dark thread tying them together, and a terrifying question hanging over the village like a storm cloud. Who's next? One thing was certain. Celia's legacy wasn't just grief. It was death, and it had come back to claim another soul.